All my heroes have roll cages. I think I want a roll cage. Alright, so there's a lot of reasons I want a roll cage. Let me show you something. See that? Roll cage. Roll cage. Roll cage.
I'm Ryan Turk, and this is my GT 4586 Ferrari street car.
Roll cage. Roll cage. Roll cage. Alright, so there's a few reasons I want a roll cage. Let me explain them. First is because of safety. A roll cage is going to protect me in the case of a crash, right? That's the whole point of it. Surrounds the car from top to bottom, back to front, and if I roll over, if I get hit from the side, whatever the case, a roll cage is there to protect the driver, me. So that's number one, safety. Reason number two is it stiffens the car. A stiffer car is more predictable. That's the word I've been trying to figure out. So a stiffer car is more predictable. When I turn the wheel, the body roll is stiff and I'm gonna know where it's going. A stiffer car is better. So I want a roll cage to make the car stiffer. A third reason, it looks serious. Roll cage says, I'm not messing around, I'm here to do business. A roll cage says, this car is serious. So, I think that's cool. It's serious. And another reason number 4, we can build a roll cage that has good camera mounting points. So that would be really cool for making films. When it comes time to do some serious driving, I mean really even track day driving, a roll cage would allow me to get some mounting points for GoPros or even serious cameras. I know that might seem silly, but let's face it, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm making shows, so I need places to mount cameras. So that's another reason I want a roll cage. So the pros of a roll cage: safety, a stiffer car, places to mount cameras, and it looks cool. Now, some downsides to the roll cage. If I put a roll cage in here, there's no going back. I'm not doing one of these bolt-in numbers, it would be a welded roll cage. Another downside is I'm gonna have to gut the car to do that, which means pulling out carpet, sound deadening material, all of that stuff, which will make the car lighter to compensate for the added weight of the roll cage, but again, there's no going back, and it just changes the look in here. It's not as comfortable, not as cool, not as stock. Well, it won't be stock, won't be factory. Worries me a little bit with selling the car, but if I ever came to that, had to sell the car, I mean there's definitely a different crowd that's going to want a roll cage. Now that could be a good thing, maybe that means the track guys will want it, but regardless, it's just a different animal. But maybe I'll never sell the car. But anyway, another downside is I might have to lose the back seat, and I got 2 sweet girls who like to ride in this car. So again, sacrifices. And the last one is, it's just hard to get in and out. That's not a big deal, but it's sort of a pain. So really what it comes down to for me, when I weigh all that stuff out, the pros versus cons, the ups versus the downs, is I'm gonna wait a little while. There's a lot of things I need to do to the outside. You know, tires, wheels, suspension. I can add horsepower to this engine, all kinds of things to do to this car before I go ahead and put in a roll cage. But one day, I think I'm gonna need it. Of course, if a need arises, let's say I enter a race or whatever, something where I do need a roll cage, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But when I do put in a roll cage, you know what else I want? A good steering wheel, a race steering wheel, like one of those quick detach kind, because this one's getting weird with its leather and stickiness, and I don't use all these controls. So a racing steering wheel, and then I'm gonna simplify the inside of the car and replace this with like a little switch panel to control everything I need to control, fans, maybe even like a little push to start, all my controls, everything I need right here. And then maybe I'll replace this with one of those digital gauges that is a more accurate speedometer, tachometer, and all my necessary information like data logging. I mean, that's where I want to get to. I know people say like, oh my god, don't tear up the inside of the car, and trust me, I don't want to either. But when I get to that next level, if I get to that next level, no, when I get to that next level, I've got to change it out. So roll cage, instruments, switches, all of that, it's gonna be serious business in here. But it's not gonna happen for a while. So I guess that's where I'm at on the roll cage. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.